I have a question about this. Thinking about your solo career and now you work with Mastodon, how does your creative process work when it comes to composing? Is it something you're thinking about all year round, like I need to compose today, or is just something that you have like a specific period in the time that you take to try to write something? How it works for you?
The composition side of music is what has kept me playing music. That's the only reason. I think just playing guitar for the sake of playing guitar is really fun, but you know, there'll be days I don't even want to look at a guitar. I don't even want to think about a guitar. I love it, but some days you just need to go away, you know. But the thing that I mainly do every single day when I get up in the morning, I get up pretty early, 6 o'clock, 5:30. I like breathing, I go right to the piano. And it's just because I just love it. I love just chasing, and usually I'll come up with something by the end of the day that I'm pretty excited about, and usually be every day, unless I'm on tour. When I'm on tour, I'm not creative at all. That's a
Okay.
time to just
Work.
try and focus on your mental health and your diet and exercise and having a good show. It's not about, at least for me, it's not about sitting with harmony. I can actually leave that at home for a little while. Although lately, with the band, the last tour we did, there's a little mobile recording studio we bring on the road, so we'll try ideas, and that's really cool. But that's more of like a band in a room together. With Mastodon, they basically said just write stuff and we'll try it. And that's a luxury of all luxuries to a musician. Just write stuff and we'll try it. Like, how cool is that? You know? So whether it works or it doesn't. And what's great about the band is there's no hierarchy. I mean, obviously the three of them are the three pillars, of course, of the band. João and I, another wonderful Brazilian musician, João Nogueira, also known as Rasta, I believe, right?
What he plays?
He plays keyboard in
Okay.
the band, yeah. And he's brilliant. He's one of the few musicians I've worked with that he's got that genius quality. You know, he's just brilliant. Anyway, there's no hierarchy in the composition. It's the best idea wins, and that's how it should be. I think, you know, it's not, oh, don't say anything because he's been in the band longer, even though you might have a solution to that pre-chorus or something. It's like, just say it. Tell us. Is it? Oh, that is good. Okay, so, you know, to be heard and listened to when you already have this legacy kind of band is extremely rare. You know, like the rarest, I think. I know lots of guys that have joined bands and they don't get to even talk about writing, you know. But that's really, what's so cool about this band is, and that's why they're such an interesting band, is they're always interested in moving forward. So they're kind of different things, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to try and write like anybody else. It's like, okay, you asked me to be in the band, I'm going to do my best to be myself because that's what you were looking for, and it's worked out so great. You know, given the time and the patience and the trust, because that's really what it is. It's a lot of trust, and I don't take that lightly. You know, I put everything I have into it, and that work ethic has just been there though for so long. It's not hard for me. It's just kind of who I am now. I love, you know, it's like you just said, this is your 268th episode of a podcast. That's amazing, but it's not hard for you. I bet you like doing this, and you play guitar great, and so you know
Thanks.
everything I'm talking about, right? It's the same thing. So again, it's having the opportunity to have the expression.
What I mean, like, if you sit down to have ideas every day, it means that you have a lot of the ideas recorded. How do you like figure out which one is better for an album?
Well, I don't finish something unless I know it's going to be okay. So I'm at a point now with where when I'm writing, I know when something doesn't have potential. Like I'll sit and, oh, that's really cool, and I'll sit with it for an hour and maybe mess around, try some guitar. I know when something is flatlined, you know, when it's just dead on. Like, okay, get out of here. But for the most part, now I know how to like find my way through stuff, and I have my own little tricks, and I have little things I'm always trying to do, and new approaches. So I try to, I say this to my wife all the time, you know, the feeling I get, and she's a very creative person too. She's a clothing designer, and she's also very creative. It's that same feeling when you create something out of nothing. I mean, it's not as powerful as creating life, of course, but for me, it's the closest thing. You know, I'm sitting, and I literally pulled something out of the air, and it's now a piece of music that functions and moves and has emotion in it. I don't know anything else that compares to that feeling, and if I don't have that feeling, if I miss out on that feeling for too long, maybe a couple days, I get a little crazy, and I start to really. Okay, I need that feeling back. It's like drug addiction. You know? but while having that, it's important not to force it. So you walk this fine line of. There's this really great analogy I heard once, where it was like, if you think of the muse as your date. Okay, so every night I have a date at a restaurant for a table of 2, and I show up, and sometimes she shows up. She didn't show up yesterday. She's not going to show up tomorrow. I showed up. Maybe she'll show up. It's like that kind of thing. Okay. As long as you're there doing the work at some point, and the more often you're doing it, it's just a numbers game. The more often you're going to stumble on something. And I have 3 albums worth of material that it's going to come out over the next 3 years, and I'm always working like 4 or 5 years down the road, because to make a record from start to finish and release it for me usually takes 2 years, because the people I want to work with might be busy, or the album artwork might take time, or I might be busy with something else. So I'm always working. Like, I have stuff done now that you probably won't hear till 2028 or 29 or 2030, which is great, because I have time to constantly be doing work. I think I will put my final album out when I'm 2 minutes from death, you know?
So, but what about the backstage work, like emails, social media? Looks like you don't deal with that. Like, you have someone that...
No, I don't have anybody. No manager, no agent, no publicist, no any of that crap. I mean, it's good stuff to have, especially if you find somebody that you trust, but I don't really. I'm getting older, you know. I'm getting older, and the interest in filming myself and putting it on the internet often is waning a lot. I don't particularly find that enjoyable on any level. And
you never felt about that?
I used to like it a bit more. It was exciting when it was new. I started doing it when it was new. Like, I started doing it before Instagram existed. It was just Facebook videos.
Yeah, I remember your Facebook videos.
Yeah, so it was exciting because it was a new technology, and you would get people from all over the world interested in what you're doing. I remember, wow, I think the first video I put up was in 2009 or 10 or something like that. So a long time ago. And now, you know, I don't often. I might listen back to a video and I don't like the way I sound, or, you know, I hear people doing 150 takes to get a video, and it's not authentic. It doesn't, by the end of it doesn't sound real, and my fingers are all messed up, and my back hurts, and I'm sweaty. I'm like, this is stupid. So I've more or less stopped doing that. Social media for me now is just when I think there's something interesting worth sharing, whether it's a picture or a tour or something. I'll share that, but I'm not gonna spend my day. I feel I have a personality type that would be better spent doing something else, and I like to spend most of my time with my wife and my cat, and making videos takes away from that. But I also have this other program I do. It's called Homework, and I started it December 2019, right before the pandemic. And I do a weekly episode of this kind of homework challenge. I do on my Patreon. I'm at week 280 or something like that. It's gone from every week to maybe every other, once a month, whatever I can do. That's kind of the only social media I do. But it's not even that public. It's kind of more... but with all that being said, I wouldn't be here without it, you know, and I wouldn't be able to promote without it. I don't have a label, so they're not going to do anything for me. So, you weigh it. You weigh the options. You take the good with the bad. And I'm just glad social media is free. and that people are still interested to see what I have to say when I do post. So that's, and I think that will change too. As I get older, I'll maybe back away from it even more, and
How old
I'll
are
be
you
okay
now?
with that.
How old are you?
38.
38
38 years old, yeah.
New.